Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome to episode 42 of the Malkan show. Good afternoon. So happy to see you guys. We have Shweta joining in. We have Girish, Yashwant, Nilesh joining in. Welcome all of you to the show. I hope it's going well. It's been a very pleasant week. Everything is getting better. I feel there's more of positivity outside in the outside world. And yes, on the high performance masterclass, I've seen many of you on the masterclass. We did have one class yesterday, which was we spoke on courage. I don't know how is it, but many of you were there who were there on the show, and I did receive feedback after the class that it was superb. Thank you so much, guys, for your feedback. And there was a little delay yesterday; the office wasn't working, so the class is put up now on malkanhpclass.com. So the recording is now put up. You can go and watch the recording and do the worksheet. This time we had a worksheet. I have a worksheet for each of you to get into it. So please see to it that you do the worksheet and complete. This class was a little intense in the sense that there was 1 second. Is there no audio, guys? The video is good, right? Do you have the audio or no? Can anybody confirm if they are receiving the audio? Can you hear me, guys? Voice check 1, 2, 3. Oh, all right. Okay, fine. Thank you so much. Thank you. So this class, the class that we had yesterday on courage in high performance masterclass, guys, it was a little intense because we went deeper into assessing courage into our daily lives. We also went deeper into what is the reaction that we have into our lives. How do we show up into our lives in terms of struggle? When we experience struggle, how do we show up? So in these 2 points, it was a little deeper and a little intense is what the feedback I got, but nevertheless it was extremely beneficial. So please go, guys, watch that. For those of you who are not in touch with the series, the entire series consists of high performance, the pillars of high performance, habits of high performers, and also an abundance. And what it takes to have more abundance, what it takes to get rid of blocks in abundance in your life, right? So get done with that. And while we have been speaking and while we've been coaching people on aspects of high performance, the one topic that so often comes up is relationships. Relationship with spouse is something that most often comes up. And there was a session which I was having with my coaching client this very afternoon, just before we got live on the show. And there were 3 most important things, nuggets that I discussed with him on the relationship thing. The problem was, how do you, the question was, how the relationship over a period of time, it gets stagnant. All of us, whether it could be a girlfriend, it could be a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or your spouse or your live-in partner, whatever. But when you begin the relationship, everything is hunky-dory. Everything is so exciting. You are, madly in love and things are exciting in the beginning. What happens over a period of time is things fade away because life takes over, life's challenges and struggles take over, and then it fades away. So what do you do? So the question that I asked this morning is, it's getting stagnant. It's the way it is. From years, and we've got our responsibilities, we've got kids, we've got work, we've got so many things. So what do you do to make it well? Well, for guys who do not have the audio, can you please reconnect? Because a few of them have confirmed that the audio is clear. I'm not too sure how it works with you. So please, guys, reconnect with it. I do have just a moment. All right. So the things seem to be good on the internet connection too on my front. Can you please reconnect with your audio, guys? Can anybody confirm if the audio is good? Are we good enough to continue, guys? Yes, please restart the session, guys. That's what Girish advises. Please restart the session so that you can get the audio. All right, guys. All right. Thank you, Girish. Thank you for the advice, and thank you guys for making it. So that's what it is. That's what, when it comes to the relationship, over a period of time, we all tend to experience, because when you talk about any relationship with your better half or your spouse or a girlfriend, it's all about making it work. It's not automatic. It's going to happen. You cannot leave it on auto mode. You have to work. As I so often say to my clients, that you have to work in your marriage. Marriage doesn't rock on its own, right? So same as it with any relationship with your spouse or otherwise. So how do you have that? If you really intend to have a great relationship, the first things first is you have to begin to have an intention to have a great relationship. That's what I've learned from my mentor as well. If you don't have an intention to make it better, it'll go nowhere. Without intention, you cannot proceed anywhere, right? So that it all begins with, because in the beginning, the entire excitement that you begin with, as I said, it eventually fades away. If you do not have an intention, you'll not give it any effort to work into that relationship, right? How many of you have experienced this? If you can share that there is stagnation sometimes in the relationship. We all experience bouts of depression when it comes to the other person. You find that both of you are not on the same page. You find the differences of opinions building up over a period of time. And what happens is, if not resolved, over a period of time, there are clashes, there are fights, and there are the indifferences rise to a level where you feel that it's no point going back and sorting out things. How many of you can relate to this? Have you ever related to this part? Understanding a relationship is a foundation for healthy relationships. Absolutely. So understanding, can I say, to begin with, you can have an intention that you're going to have that kind of understanding to build that kind of great relationship, right? Okay, one more announcement here. For those who do not have any audio, please re-log in and you will get the audio. Once again, for those who do not have the audio, please re-log in to have the audio. Please do that, guys. Please check your Facebook audio setting, right? All right. So thank you so much for helping Anil Kumar, right? Okay, so that's what it is. So when it comes to relationship, having an intention is utmost important, like it is for anything. For instance, if you've set a goal to reach from place A to place B, you reach there only when you have an intention to reach. The same goes with relationship. When you have the intention to make it work, you have the intention to make the other person feel great. Sometimes it does get difficult. Sometimes it does feel that, it's just not working out, or maybe you're losing track of it. You're just losing the relationship from your hand. But the thing is, let's have 3 powerful intentions here. That's what I was having it with my coaching client this morning. Let's have 3 powerful intentions. What are the kinds of intention that you can have to create that magic, or to reclaim that lost magic in your relationship? What are those 3 things that you can really do? Intention to do what? The first and the very essential thing I feel that the intention that you can have is to give all your attention. When you talk about attention, it sounds so simple. You can say, I'm fully attentive. As my client said this morning, immediately he snapped up saying that I am fully attentive. What do you mean by give more attention? But tell me something, guys, in this digital age where you have got your phone, you got a social media ringing every moment, you got your feeds updating every 5 minutes, how easy it is to be fully attentive to the person in front of you. Is it so easy? It's not, right? Ultimately, imagine you're sitting across the table having your meal and you're having an intense discussion about 10 minutes. In this short span of 10 minutes, just track how many times have you watched your screen or checked your phone for any feed or any updates. You don't even realize, but we do that so often that the attention span to the person goes low. So if you do not intend to have that kind of attention, you'll eventually not have that kind of attention at all. Because, to feel truly loved in a relationship, people want more attention. People want true attention. I have seen multiple households where the husband and wife, they have dinner with their phones next to them. Why would a phone belong to the dining table in the first place? That's a question you need to ask yourself. That's the major challenge that we face during these times of information overload and social media, right? People are not able to pay attention. You immediately pick up your phone to check what it is. The thing is, if you recreate that magic, just give 100% attention to that person to the level where you're completely enveloping that person with your attention. You're completely enveloping that person. The person should feel special, should feel more keen to share what he or she is sharing. You have to make them feel special. It's your responsibility, right? So a lot of disconnections in marriage, or a lot of disconnections in relationships, arise out of, I can say, distractions. When we are constantly distracted, the other person doesn't feel wanted, doesn't feel the attention. And but I have people, say that, but I get gifts for her, I get flowers for her, I give her surprises, take her on holidays. That's not about it. I mean, I love this. I've earlier said this also. I just love this quote by Josie Jackson when she says that people don't want your presence, they want your presence, which is so beautiful and so deep. I repeat it again. She says people don't want your presence, they want your presence, which means all your spouse or your better half wants is for him or her to have you. And you means 100% of you, no holds barred, right? No phone, no thinking about anything else, just your attention, just key. So if you can bring up the magic by doing those little things in life without the phone, just without the phone. I mean, have dinner without the phone, have your meal together without the phone, go on a date without looking at your phone, go for a walk outside early morning and late night without your phone. Just do that, give 100% attention. Have the intention to give an extraordinary level of attention to your relationship, to your spouse, when he or she is sharing. Give that kind of attention, which means if after a long day, I mean, imagine you both have been off to different fields of work that you're in, and imagine after a long day you're home after a fantastic day at work, but your spouse isn't had that kind of great day. And when he or she is back and wanting to share what happened, just one statement from you, that when he or she started sharing, maybe that one statement from you that, tell me more about it, I want to learn more. What happened? What else? What happened then? That gives an indication to that person that yes, he's keen to listen or she's keen to listen, and I want to be sharing more. That is an indication of more attention. And that, guys, is a feeling of love. I would say no spouse would require any flowers or any gifts or exotic holidays when this basic stuff is missing, right? This is all what it is. I love attention from Vishal. I mean, if I've had a bad training session, all that one phone call to him is that, he would tell me that what happened, what exactly happened. Tell me more about it. Just take 5 minutes off. I'm here. Tell me all that you want to tell me. That itself takes my stress away so much. So that's what it is. It's all about giving 100% attention. The second intention that all of us could have into, to bring that spark more is appreciation. So simple it sounds. This morning I had Darren Daly. That's the daily mentoring that I get from my coach Darren Hardy. This morning he said 70% of people leave their companies due to lack of appreciation. Just imagine, guys, that's a huge number, 70%. So if they are doing that kind of work and they're leaving because of lack of appreciation, imagine we're all kind of workers into the marriage as well, right? We all work into our marriage or into a relationship. Imagine what would lack of appreciation do to us. No appreciation for all the little things that we do. When they go unnoticed, you feel that lack of love, lack of being noticed, lack of feeling that importance that we all love as human beings. It's a human virtue. You can't do anything about it. So when she's cooking a great meal for you, I know it could be a routine stuff that you may be eating every day, but a small little note of appreciation that you slip into under her pillow at night, that it was wonderful, it was yummy, or thank you for the lovely meal. Just that one note would make a whole lot of difference, right? You remember when maybe you would have had a whole lot of this thing happening in your initial days or when you got married or something, but eventually it's faded out. Things are usually taken for granted. If he or she cooks, that's okay, that's her job. If he or she drops me to work or to airport or something, that's okay, it's the job. We discount so many things as routine, but if you look at it, they're huge. And your partner wouldn't mind a note of appreciation, right? This is a major challenge that I've seen in most couples. There's complete lack or there's very little appreciation because people, when they get into a relationship, they think that it's the task and it's not important for them to feel the appreciation or to give the appreciation. And when it comes to appreciation, I believe that it's just not about someone doing a task for you. It's appreciating the person in totality. I mean, appreciate your spouse completely the way he or she is. Appreciate her struggles. Appreciate her dark side. Appreciate the crazy, cranky things that she does. Appreciate her foul moods. That's okay. You cannot have a person in bits and parts. You have a whole package. If you appreciate the good side, you need to appreciate the bad side as well, right? So that's okay. If he or she sucks at something, that's fine. Appreciate it, accept it. You need to appreciate their soul, the humanity that they are. When you talk about appreciation, it's the totality. Appreciate who they are for you. I do this so often. We have this ritual in our marriage, with me and Vishal. We do have this so often. We do this, all these little things that, apart from the little tasks and the things which we try to remind ourselves that we don't take it for granted. We always appreciate. There are very many little things that you don't like about each other, right? I could give you a list of 18 things right away which I don't like about him, but I still appreciate that. That's fine. Appreciate their eating habits, their workout habits, be it anything. There are million ways to do that. You could have a whole long list. Make your list now. What is it that you appreciate about your wife or your husband? And I'm sure you'll get at least minimum 20 right away. And then you'll realize that how you've been lagging on this one, big time, right? And the third one and the last one here is when you have to set an intention to adore that person. Adore that person completely. Imagine your life without him or her. It's not great, and you wouldn't want to live a day. I wouldn't want to live a day without Vishal, right? And if I really want that kind of person in my life, I have to adore. And how do you set this adoration? How do you get this going? When you combine your appreciation, when you combine your attention, that sets you on the road to adoration. And the magic of adoration is when you show that adoration to the person, and you show that person you completely adore him or her, what happens? The magic is, and I've experienced this multiple times, is that person will show up to be his best self to you. Which means that's a bonus for you, right? You'll get to see his or her best selves once you set on the track of adoration, right? So when you adore them, you naturally do more things for them. You would support them on their goals, on the journey towards their craziest dreams. You want to be one hell of a pillar of support for them, but you can do that only when you adore them. You cannot hate them, you cannot dislike them, but still stand as a pillar for support in their dreams. That's not going to be possible. To do that, to be that pillar of support for him or her in their dreams, you have to come from the level of adoration, from the space of adoration. Only then you can do that. So show real adoration. It's not just in private in your bedroom. It's not about that. It's about, of course, you do it privately too, but do it in people too. Let the person feel loved within a group of his. Suppose you're walking, in a bunch of his best buddies or her best buddies. Just show up the appreciation, the adoration in front of the whole bunch and make them feel special. Give them a couple of moments to blush. That's fine, right? So do that in person, do that in public, do that all the time. Be your vulnerable self. It's not necessary to be that strong or be that calm thing in front of people and do whatever it is, at your private space at home. Doesn't matter. Be vulnerable in front of people. Set examples. People are looking up to you. So as I said in Masterclass yesterday, when we were speaking on courage, when you do something, we were speaking on courage, and I said courage is contagious, which means the more courageous acts you show, the more you're influencing people around you to act the same. Because you are not a standalone person in the universe. Maybe you are a speck in the universe, but you belong to a society, to a community. So whatever the actions that you do, the impact, you create the impact. Your children are looking up to you. The society is looking up to you. Your building neighbors are looking up to you. Your team workers, your employees are looking up to you. There's so many people who look up to you. So it's your responsibility to spread this ahead further. If you've gotten for your relationship, show it so that people know, and even they try to meet it in their relationship as well, right? And make your spouse feel special. So that's what it is. So these are all simple things. The 3 intentions that we said: give attention, give appreciation, and be all the adoration that you can for them. Sound extremely simple, and very often than not, they're discounted by people. When I say appreciate, my clients go like, oh, come on, I know that. It's not about knowing, it's about doing. As I say, it's not about information, it's about implementation. How many times have you appreciated? Watch it, make a note of it. Whatever is, whatever is measured can be improved. That's what my coach Sir Jaffrey says. If you cannot measure something, you cannot improve something. So if you don't measure how many times you make a list, that's completely fine. At the end of the day, when you have your gratitude journal, I have this one all-encompassive journal where I write everything. So one next to gratitude, maybe for a few days, you can have your appreciation list as well. How many times have I appreciated my husband or my wife? Today, how many times did I adore her? How many times did I compliment her in public? How many times in private? Make this as a thing for 21 days in a row, and lo and behold, you've got it. You become a part of your daily habit, daily ritual, right? Do that. And yes, any questions here? I have Anil Kumar said, I believe you should have the maturity to see the bigger picture when you see love, then react to a particular scenario in a relationship. Well said. Well said. When you have the maturity to the bigger picture, you would have that only when you adore that person, and when you have that acceptance level on the whole, and just not about a couple of acts that take place in your life, right? Thank you for sharing. Girish shares, daily small things leads to healthy or unhealthy relationship in life. Perfect. Well said, Girish. It's these daily things that make a difference. Daily small little notes of compliments, daily appreciation, daily attention goes a long way, goes a real long way in building a relationship. I have seen many people breaking relationship at the age of 70 years. Oh my God, that's sad. It doesn't happen. It's not a day's work after 70 years. It's something that must have built on month after month, year after year, and then when it gets at a level where you cannot take it anymore, that's when it breaks. That's how it is, right? And yes, I being a lawyer, I've seen many relationships, especially spousal relationship, break for no reason or lack of understanding. Yes, it's all these little things, guys. These are all responsible for breaking or making a relationship. As I said, marriage is a task. Marriage is something that you have to work on. It's not something automated. It's not something you do and leave it on its own. It doesn't work that way. You have to make it work. And how you make it work, it's your responsibility. You have to set your daily goals, daily intentions, and then it happens, right? Great. To be consistent in all that you said. As I said, make a note of it. Once you make a note of it, you will observe how consistent you are in every day. Maybe if you don't find time every day, make it every weekend. Recall the incidents of last weekends and see how many times were you attentive? How many times did you appreciate? How many times did you feel that adoration? Make a note and see that it's working for you. Consistency will come only by measuring on how it goes, right? So that's what it is, guys. Thank you so much. Share this, watch this episode again with your partner if you feel like. I think that'll give a better insight into it, and make it a mutual, consensual practice, that henceforth we're going to, or maybe that henceforth we're going to, follow this, or maybe make it a weekly thing. This week, we're going to focus only on appreciation. The coming week, we're going to focus on adoration. Make it work. It's a team effort. Nothing is going to happen by one partner doing it, but you could be the one who could initiate it, right? So more on, and by the way, this is one of an important trait of high performers. Every single detail is looked into, and relationship, I believe, is one of the most important wheels of our life's existence. Once this is, screwed up, a lot of other things do not turn up as well. So I focus on maintaining really healthy relationships. Right. So guys, for those of you who want to know about high performance, go to this website, malkanhpclass.com. Watch the previous sessions, and we're going to be having another session soon. Sorry, it doesn't flash. It's malkanhpclass.com. We're going to be having another session soon. I'll see you live. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.